Hey, Diggins. How we doing? Been a long time. I know. Sorry. Okay. But life has gotten in the way. Got my youngest to went in the Navy. Went to boot camp, A school, all that stuff. Went to Chicago to see him graduate boot camp. And then he came home for leave. Then we took him down to Mayport to his new unit. Stuff like that. My oldest graduated college. Now he's just sitting at the house doing nothing. But we're going to fix that. We are. Anyway, today I'm going to take you on a little trip in the area right near my mother-in-law's house. But this was one of 5 encampments during World War One. This one was particularly the air encampment where soldiers for World War One, when they were getting ready to transfer them overseas onto the trains, the balloons that they used for World War One and all the men who operated them and all the equipment was all stationed right here. Okay, and they would put them on the train, send them down to the boats, and then send them overseas to fight the war, the wars. The first one, yeah. Anyway, so right now it's just a bunch of old warehouses that's been here for quite many years. The original warehouses and encampment, you can't really tell at all. And they're talking about changing it, getting rid of this and putting a housing development in. Another piece of history, but covered up by freaking housing. But anyway, I'm just going to kind of give you a quick little tour here, show you the warehouses and what they look like now. They're all dilapidated. There's nothing in them, all that nice kind of stuff. But yeah, so join me on this little tour, will ya? So as you can see, there's some of the buildings there. I'm gonna be going down between them, right there. Stupid Jeep in the way. Anyway, like I said, these warehouses have been here for quite a long time. It was an industrial park for the longest time, where they stored everything here. And like I said, it just kind of went by the wayside, and nobody's using them. But I don't know if any of these were original buildings or not. To be honest with you, I doubt it. But it would have been pretty cool if it was. But they used these. I don't think they built these until like the 70s, 80s maybe. But they built them because the railroad tracks is right over the way there. And but see, I'm thinking it's, if you take a look at the glass at the top, it's the see if I can zoom in here a little bit. If you can tell, see, it's that old I call warehouse glass that they used to put in all the warehouses and stuff back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, even 70s. The natural diffuser glass. But yeah, so just these long stretches of warehouses on either side. Of course, you can see all the raffiting. Well, everybody's been here graffitating. Couple 4 or 5 years ago, I brought Connor here when he was learning, well, way before he was actually learning to drive. Me and him come here one day and, buzzard. And these buildings were not near as bad shape as they are right now. But as you can tell, there's been a lot of vandalism. People coming in, busting stuff up. Like I said, graffitiing everything. But I let him drive my Mercedes when I had that. Down through here and around here. Several other people have been down here taking pictures and stuff before it became what happened now. like I said, they're talking about making it. Oh, it's a cool piece of graffiti. You see it? Look at that. Oh yeah. Making it, getting rid of all this and making it into a housing, fancy housing development. Because this is a major city area, you know, it's just a shame because, like I said, you know, World War I, they started this base in 1917. That's when they opened it up to start shipping guys out, and it's part of 5 down the stretch here. Of course, every one of them now, except for, are pretty much all covered up. You know, the only way you know about it is if you are a history buff or you happen to go to the War Museum that they have over here. But he's got some old maps and stuff. And there's even a little housing development that they built just for all the workers and the officers and stuff like that in this area. And it's pretty cool. It was formed in it was started built in 1916, and it was open to these guys to come live in 1917 when they started all these little bases. I've been so curious. I've been trying to get somebody to get permission to maybe come over here and do a little metal detecting, because it would be so cool to find a button or just some kind of something from, you know, these guys from the Air Corps back then. You know, even though it's just balloons, but it's still, you know, still the Air Corps. But the thing is, a lot of gravel over here. I mean, a lot of it. And everything. But like I said, it's just these, you know, warehouses right here. There's actually an old house. I don't know anything about the old house that's over here. I mean, it's not old, but it looks like an apartment, maybe. It's 2-story. I'll show you that here in a minute, but yeah, I just figured you might be interested in seeing this kind of stuff. If not, you know, end the video. Oh, Gulfosaurus egg. Of course, everywhere there's always a Gulfosaurus egg. Just in case you didn't see it, let me show you. No matter where you go, you always find a Gulfosaurus egg. Oh, there it is, it. Right there. Here. Don't disturb it, but I'll get out now. Get a closer look. Hold on. Gulfosaurus egg. But yeah, like I said, this is it. I'll get a picture here in a second of the inside. Hold on. There's the apartment house thing I was talking about. I mean, it's like not old. It looks like, I don't know, maybe 60s, 70s, maybe. A little 2-story deal. But it may be the whole house. I don't know, because it's only got that one garage part at the bottom right there. It may even been like an office of some sort for all these warehouses. I'm not really sure. But yeah. Let's see if I can get you inside. Hold on. There's the inside of one of these warehouses. You can tell. Looks like they got it taped off, or somebody come in here with some tape, marked it off, all vandalizations and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But I just think it's cool because of the fact it's a old World War I depot, so to speak. Let me back out right here. But yeah, it's the it's the things, the historical part is me is like, the fact this was, over 100 years ago, that's full of soldiers and equipment and stuff. You're not gonna go fight a war over in Europe, back when didn't have the technology they have today, and but just imagine this place, 100 years ago, just guys are all over this place, tents and bivouacs and stuff, equipment laying everywhere, wagons drawn by horse to take stuff down to the trains, stuff like that. Might have been a couple of, actual motor cars, and trucks, but a lot of them was done by wagons, they said, because they didn't have enough vehicles, because down the way was the motorized encampment, and that's where they stored all the cars or all the trucks and stuff at the time to go overseas, and they were wanting more and more of them to go overseas than be used around here. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. A lot of history nowadays is going up to be covered over, by housing, roads, stuff like that, and we're losing a lot of history, a lot of cool places because of this. And I think people should fight for some of this stuff, to keep it open. I mean, I know that there's the park people out there that are fighting to save all the Civil War parks and stuff like that, and Revolutionary War battlefields, which is cool. It's very cool. But other things too. I mean, World War stuff, World War I and World War II camps were still pretty cool too. I mean, it's part of our history, you know what I mean? And the fact of knowing that there was a little town here, right, that began in the late 1800s. I mean, it was like a small hamlet, a post office and a general store, pretty much, with the railroad track that ran not far from it. And then they built this camp in like I said, 1917, to do this all the way down this one road, which the main road over here, if they was to dig it up, the old trolley tracks that used to run down through there that would take these guys back and forth, it's still there underneath all the road. So it's really interesting. So, but I'm gonna do a little bit more research on this too and just see what I can find out. So maybe there'll be an update later on. Maybe I'll get permission to come out here and see if I can find anything. Be really cool. But anyway, sorry it's been so long, guys. Promise that's going to change. Trying to get out more and more, especially trying to get Red to come out with me, and we've agreed now that the kids are mostly gone. We're gonna be going out and doing a lot of stuff together, and checking out some cool places and abandoned places, just different stuff. We're gonna change the channel. We're gonna be doing reviews on restaurants we go to, breweries, distilleries. Those are my favorite. Stuff like that, and hopefully y'all stay with us and join us and keep us going. I mean, I know we're at 35 subscribers right now. I'd definitely like to get up more, but I know how people are. They're very picky on what they want to watch. So, I don't know. I'm here. Y'all are there. All y'all got to do is subscribe. If you like it, hit that subscribe button. If you don't worry about it. Don't bother me none. I'm not trying to make money. Just trying to put out some cool stuff. Anyway, this is TC Tech with Tech Adventures checking out. Remember, stay safe. We love you. Get outside. Enjoy the outdoors. Vitamin D helps you out. Later.